Hey everyone! Perfect timing. The sunset looks amazing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. I'm so happy you're here with us today. It's so great to see you all again.
Hey everyone, James here. I was just thinking this morning about how much I love our little podcast chats. It feels like we're just hanging out with friends.
It really does. And speaking of chatting with friends, I had a funny moment yesterday. My friend called me, and I wasn't sure if I should say something or tell her something. And I thought, wait, that's actually a really important grammar question.
Oh, that's perfect timing, because today we are talking about two very common English verbs, say and tell. These two words confuse so many English learners, and honestly, even some native speakers mix them up sometimes.
That's right. By the end of today's episode, you're going to know exactly when to use say and when to use tell. You'll feel so much more confident in your English conversations.
We want to hear from you. Before we start, write in the comments, do you find say and tell confusing? Tell us your experience. We love reading your comments.
And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to Simple English Talks so you never miss an episode. We post new content every week to help your English get better and better.
Okay, let's not wait any longer. We've got so much good stuff to cover today. Let's dive right in.
All right, let's start with the first verb, say. Now, say is one of the most common verbs in English, and the basic structure is really simple. It goes like this: subject plus say plus what you said. That's it.
So, for example, she said hello. He said goodbye. They said thank you. See how easy that is? You just put what the person said right after the word say.
Exactly. And here's something really important. With say, you don't need to mention who you're talking to. You can just say the words, like, I said good morning. I don't need to say who I said it to. Simple, right? Right. Here are a few more examples. She said she was tired. He said the food was delicious. My boss said the meeting is at 3 o'clock. Notice how in all of these, we just have the information after said. No person needed. Now, you can add a person with say, but you have to use the word to. So you'd say, she said to me that she was tired. Or, he said to his friend that the movie was great. You see that little word to there? That's really important.
Yes, without to, it sounds wrong. You can't say, she said me she was tired. That's a very common mistake. You need that to. So remember, say to someone.
Let's practice together. Think about something you said to someone today. Maybe you said good morning to your family, or you said thank you to someone at the coffee shop. Can you make a sentence with said? Try it right now. Say it out loud. That's a great exercise. Now, what about negative forms? It's just as easy. She didn't say anything. He didn't say goodbye. They didn't say why they were late. You just use didn't say, and it works perfectly. And you can use say in questions too. What did she say? Did he say where he's going? What did your teacher say? These are questions you'll hear in real conversations every single day. Can you think of a question with say? Maybe, what did your friend say? Or, did she say when she's coming? Try to make your own question right now. Write it in the comments below. We'd love to see your examples. Oh, I love that idea. Yes, write your say sentences in the comments. Let's make this interactive. So to sum up this first section, say is used for the words themselves. The structure is subject plus say plus what was said. And if you mention a person, you need to use to. Easy, right? Let's keep going. Okay, now let's talk about tell. And here's where it gets really interesting, because tell is different from say in one very important way.
Yes, with tell, you almost always need a person. The structure is subject plus tell plus person plus information. So you always need to say who you're telling something to.
For example, she told me she was tired. He told his friend about the movie. My boss told us the meeting is at 3. See the difference? With tell, the person comes right after the verb. No to needed.
This is the big difference, everyone. With say, you need to before the person. With tell, the person comes directly after the verb. No to. So it's she said to me, but she told me. That little difference makes a huge change.
Let me give you a real-life situation. Imagine you have some news. You'd say, I told my mom about my new job. You wouldn't say, I told to my mom. That sounds very wrong in English.
In formal situations, tell is very useful too. At work, you might say, my manager told me to finish the report by Friday. Or in a formal email, please tell us your availability. It works in both casual and professional English.
Let's do a quick activity. I'll say a sentence with say, and you try to change it to tell. Ready? She said to me that she was happy. Change it to tell. You'd say, she told me that she was happy. Did you get it right?
Great practice. Let's try another one.
He said to us that the class was canceled. With tell, he told us that the class was canceled. See how smooth that is? Here are 3 tips to help you remember when to use tell. First, if you need to say who received the information, use tell. Second, if you're just reporting words without a specific receiver, use say. Third, if there's no person in the sentence, say is almost always the right choice.
Those 3 tips are gold. Write those down, everyone. First, tell needs a person. Second, say is for words without a person. Third, no person in the sentence, use say. Excellent.
I want you to write a sentence using tell in the comments right now. Something like, I told my friend about this podcast, or my teacher told me to study harder. Go ahead, we'll read your comments.
Amazing. So to review, tell always needs a person right after it. No to needed. It's subject plus tell plus person plus information. You've got this. Let's move on to our next section.
Now we're going to look at some really common, everyday expressions that use say and tell. These are fixed phrases that native speakers use all the time, and knowing them will make your English sound so natural.
Yes. Let me start with some tell expressions. We have tell the truth, tell a lie, tell a story, tell a joke, tell the time, and tell the difference. These are super common in real conversations.
Oh, those are great. And here are some common say expressions. Say hello, say goodbye, say sorry, say please, say thank you, and say a prayer. Notice how these are all about words or phrases that you actually speak out loud.
Exactly. So if someone asks you, did he apologize? You'd say, yes, he said sorry. But if someone asks, was he honest? You'd say, yes, he told the truth. The expression itself tells you which verb to use.
Let me give you some everyday situations. Imagine your child asks you what time it is. You'd say, can you tell the time? Or a friend tells you a funny story and you say, that was a great story. Tell me another one. These are so natural in English.
And when you meet someone new, you might say hello to everyone, or go say hi. That sounds very natural. But if you're introducing yourself, you'd say, let me tell you a little about myself. Beautiful difference, right?
Here's a tip for politeness. When you want someone to be honest with you, you say, please tell me the truth. It sounds very direct, but also respectful. And when you want someone to apologize, you might say, you should say sorry. These little phrases really matter.
Yes, tone is important too. Tell me can sound like a command, so you can soften it by saying, can you tell me? Or could you tell me? That makes it much more polite and natural in conversation.
Okay, mini practice time. I'm going to say a situation and you tell me say or tell. Ready? Situation 1. Your friend wants to know the time. Do you say the time or tell the time?
You tell the time.
Right. Situation 2. you want to apologize to someone. Do you say sorry or tell sorry? You say sorry. Excellent. Situation 3. You want to be honest with someone. Do you say the truth or tell the truth?
You tell the truth. These fixed expressions are so important to memorize. Say them out loud right now. Say sorry, tell the truth, tell a story, say hello. Go ahead, say them out loud. It really helps you remember.
I love that. Repeating out loud is one of the best ways to learn. So practice those expressions and try using one today in a real conversation. You can even write which expression you used in the comments.
Wonderful. So to review the structure here, tell goes with truth, lies, stories, jokes, time, and differences. Say goes with words and short phrases like hello, goodbye, sorry, please, and thank you. Keep those groups in your memory.
Okay, everyone. Now it's time for our favorite section, common mistakes. And I have to be honest, I've made some of these mistakes myself. I think we all have, right?
Oh, absolutely. These are mistakes that even advanced learners make, so don't feel bad if you recognize yourself here. Let's look at them and fix them together.
Mistake number 1, using tell without a person. For example, someone might say, he told that he was busy. That sounds wrong. You need a person there. The correct sentence is, he said that he was busy, or he told me that he was busy. Always give tell a person.
Exactly. Tell is like a message. It needs a receiver. So always ask yourself, who is receiving this information? That's your person, and it goes right after tell.
Mistake number 2, using say with a person, but forgetting to. For example, she said me she was coming. That's wrong. You need to say, she said to me she was coming. Or even easier, use tell. She told me she was coming. Both are correct, but you must not forget that to.
This is such a common one. I've heard it so many times. Remember, say me is always wrong. It has to be say to me. Or just switch to tell me and you're safe.
Okay, here's a funny one. Mistake number 3, mixing up the fixed expressions. Someone might say, I told sorry to my friend. But that's wrong. You don't tell sorry, you say sorry. I said sorry to my friend. Or someone might say, she said the truth. Wrong. She told the truth. These fixed phrases don't change.
Right. You can't swap them. These expressions are fixed in English. Tell the truth is always tell. Say sorry is always say. There are no exceptions with these phrases, so just memorize them as complete chunks.
And mistake number 4, forgetting that tell needs the person right after the verb, with no to. People sometimes say, she told to me about her trip. That extra to sounds very strange. The correct form is, she told me about her trip. No to after tell.
Let's practice fixing mistakes. I'll say a wrong sentence and you correct it, okay? Wrong sentence. He said me to come early. What's the correct version? Say it out loud. It should be, he told me to come early. Or he said to me to come early. Great job.
Another one. She told sorry. Fix it. It should be she said sorry. Did you get it? These mistakes are so common, and the fact that you're learning them now means you're already ahead.
You're doing amazing. Remember, every English speaker, even native speakers, makes mistakes sometimes. The important thing is to keep practicing and keep learning. That's exactly what you're doing right now, and we're really proud of you.
All right, it's time for our interactive practice section. This is called Choose the Correct Sentence. I'll give you 2 options, and you pick the right one. Ready? Let's go.
This is so fun. Okay, situation 1. Your friend wants to know about your new job. Option A, I said my friend about my new job. Option B, I told my friend about my new job. Which one is correct? Say it out loud.
The answer is option B. I told my friend about my new job. Because tell needs a person, and my friend is right there after the verb. Perfect.
Situation 2. You're reporting what your teacher said in class. Option A, the teacher said the homework is due Friday. Option B, the teacher told the homework is due Friday. Which one?
Option A is correct. The teacher said the homework is due Friday. There's no specific person mentioned here, so say is the right choice. Tell without a person sounds incomplete.
Situation 3. You want to apologize to your coworker. Option A, I told sorry to my coworker. Option B, I said sorry to my coworker. Which one?
Option B, I said sorry to my coworker. Because say sorry is a fixed expression. You always say sorry, never tell sorry. Say it out loud. I said sorry.
Situation 4. You're asking your friend to be honest. Option A, please.
It's option B. Please tell me the truth. Tell the truth is a fixed expression, and tell needs a person, so tell me is perfect here. You're doing brilliantly. Now here's your challenge. Try making your own sentences. Write one sentence with say and one with tell in the comments below. Try using some of the fixed expressions we talked about today. We can't wait to read them. Yes. Don't worry about being perfect. Just try. Real learning happens when you actually use the language. Even if you make a mistake, that's okay. We all learn from mistakes.
The goal isn't perfect grammar. The goal is real communication. So speak up, write it down, and keep practicing. That's the only way to get better.
Wow, what an amazing episode. I'm so proud of everyone listening today. You've learned so much. We covered say and tell from every angle, and I know your English is already better because of it.
The goal isn't perfect grammar. The goal is real communication. So speak up, write it down, and keep practicing. That's the only way to get better.
You've got the structure, you've got the expressions, and you've got the practice. Now it's time to use all of this in real life. Try using say and tell correctly today in a message, a phone call, or a conversation.
Here's a question for you to think about. Can you remember a time when you weren't sure whether to use say or tell? What would you say now? We'd love to hear your stories in the comments.
And please, if this episode helped you, give it a like and share it with a friend who's learning English. Subscribe to Simple English Talks so you never miss a lesson. Every episode you watch, every sentence you practice, it all adds up.